your competitiveness from sports growing up though.
Oh yeah, for
Was your
sure.
family always competitive?
Um, is my family? I've noticed like not as much as me. Like my family, they're all good sports. Like we play family board games. Like you know what? No, that's a lie. We played a family game of Monopoly once, and it turned into like a world war.
Really? Like
We were
in
like,
a like a bad way? Like
it
everybody
was
was
just like we
fighting?
all kept fighting over the real estate. We all wanted Broadway, obviously. It was really funny, but it showed like, okay, that's where I get my competitiveness from. And then I played tennis, my brother and I growing up, and we were competitive just because, like, I'm gonna brag for a little bit. We were good. We were so good. We moved to Miami to train because the competition here was so much better than in New York. So we were both nationally ranked at some point. Um, hated to lose. I never lost ever, ever, and I never wanted to lose. So much so that really exposing myself here. When I was down in a game, I think it was 40-15, and you haven't lost the game yet. You can come back. It's just 2 points, deuce advantage, whatever. I was like sobbing, like to myself on the court. I don't even know if my opponent could tell, but I'm sitting there and I'm hitting the ball and I'm crying. I'm like, I can't believe I'm down by 2 points. And it's the same, like I'm winning in games, but I'm losing 2 points. That's how like crazy competitive I was. It was actually like a little frightening.
Was the Monopoly game like the craziest you've ever gotten over something that's like ridiculously stupid like that?
Well, like in terms of stupidity, yeah, that was definitely that. Yeah, definitely Monopoly. That was dumb. Or like Uno, like anything. We're just competitive.
That's
Like, oh, you
crazy.
plus two'd me? You wait. You just wait till I get a plus four. Just wait. It's coming right to you.
Jeez. Did you ever have to control it at some point? Did anybody tell you like it's not that big of a deal, and you just gotta
Yeah, I have a friend. I have a friend, he makes everything very competitive when it's not a competition.
yeah,
So we find ourselves competing. It's
just
like,
to bring it out.
I'll be like, oh, it's 80 degrees today. He'll be like, no, it's 81. I'm like, you want to bet? What are we betting on? And it's funny, honestly. It's like really funny.
Or do you have like any like big like ridiculous takes that you stand by that you get into arguments with people like the flat earth argument or anything like that?
I probably do. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to send this to my friend after. Me and my mom started this debate. I'm very grammatically correct with punctuation. I'm a grammar police in terms of like following instructions, in terms of broadcast as well. Like my whole life, it's like there's a set of instructions, you follow it. If there's a way something's supposed to be written, you do it that way. And there's a saying that goes, I couldn't care less. Now, what does that mean? It means you so don't care about something that you physically cannot care less if it was possible to. I couldn't care less. My mom says I could care less. And I'm like, Mom, that means that you have caring left to give, which means you don't care. It means you do care. And now my friends agree with my mom. So it drives me crazy and we get into fights over it. I'm like, it's not, I could care less. It's, I couldn't care less. And people argue with me. So I did a Twitter poll and it was actually like half half. And I'm like, how do people not understand my point of view? And that's like, it's something I don't drop. Like I constantly fight about it.
Yeah, I couldn't care less means like you literally whatever. Where like you could care less. It's like, oh, so like you kind
You
of care and you could
could.
care less.
I can't wait to show my
Does
mom.
does, does everybody like have the same definition of those sayings though? Because it's very
Yes.
obvious you couldn't care less. You know what that means. Like you
Yeah.
could care less. That's an easy like
Thank
I
you.
understood the argument that you made there right away, but everybody thinks it's like the same definition as the other term.
No, so she Googled it and she found that it said like they're both socially accepted, but I'm not talking socially. I'm speaking what is physically, mentally, emotionally, grammatically correct. I couldn't care less.
Hmm. I
So
think
we
you're
can take
right.
a clip of this interview and we can ask all of our followers which one's correct.
I
Just
think you're right.
right.
I
No, I am.
don't even think it's an argument. Like I picked like I'm literally
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
understand.
Okay. I'm happy.